wait, there's more. It's time for another edition of the Insider Trading After Show with Frankie Corrado as our special guest. And a lot of solid options out there for Canada.
Yeah, there is.
Now that Alex Pietrangelo has decided he doesn't want to play for Canada, he'd prefer to just play for Las Vegas. So my question for you is very simple, frankly. Frankie. Frankly, my question for you, Frankie, is very simple. Who would you pick to replace him?
Well, quite frankly, Jay, there's not a lot of bad options. This is Team Canada that we're talking about. So I will narrow it down to three, and then I'll tell you the one that I would go with at the end. Okay. Chris Tanev, not a bad option. One of the best defensive defensemen, can handle those matchups. Like, that would not be considered a loss. If you go with Mackenzie Weegar, good on both sides of the puck, give you a little offensive punch, some versatility. He can play the left side, although he's more comfortable there. You might want a right-shot defenseman. But why is no one mentioning Aaron Ekblad? Like, he just won a Stanley Cup on the top pair, has been, so reliable in big minutes and big moments the last two seasons. Like, that's a guy who fits the mold of what Alex Pietrangelo was going to do for this group. So it seems like that would be a seamless transition to just plug and play. Pietrangelo's out, Ekblad's in. He can play tough minutes. He can give you some offense. He's a right-handed shot. Like, it feels natural, and he's tried and tested and has proven that he can win. Wins a Stanley Cup last year. So I think Aaron Ekblad would be a good choice.
Can I ask you about Drew Doughty?
Yeah.
Are you holding off on Drew Doughty just because Drew Doughty hasn't played for a long time?
That's the only reason why, because that's the most logical pivot.
Right.
Like Pietrangelo, Drew Doughty, kind of one in the same,
Sure.
right? It's just the fact that he just hasn't played. And maybe we would have lived in a world if Drew Doughty had played this season where both those guys would have been on the team already, right? Like, I think that's the biggest holdup. It's just he hasn't played yet, and he's not going to have a lot of runway to get his game where probably he wants it to be or they would need it to be in such a short period of time.
Ekblad, I like him. This is Frankie Corrado. And this has been the Insider Trading After Show.